welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if you are new. My name is Skyee, and today we are going to be going through all of my finished pages from 2020, as well as my works in progress and the books that I've added to the collection throughout the year of 2020. Before we dive into that though, there are two kind of major updates that I want to update you guys on. So the first one, we added a new member to the family, and I will make sure to put clips somewhere up in one of these corners here. His name is Little Bear, and he is absolutely adorable, and he's a handful, but he is so worth it and just full of snuggles. He loves to lay on feet, and he is really coming into himself. We've only had him for, I think, 3 days now. My mom dropped him off on Monday, I believe. So, yeah, he's definitely making himself at home, and he's literally the perfect fit and the sweetest dog, and oh my god, it just melts my heart to see Rain interact with him, because Rain just adores him, and he gets along so well with Carbon. Carbon is so happy to have a little play buddy, and Carbon's at the exact age that I wanted him to be before we got a dog, so I'm really excited to kind of watch them grow up together. It'll be really fun and just heartwarming. The other news, and I'm not sure how you guys are going to take this, I feel like some of you are going to be like happy about it maybe, and others are going to be like, well, you're not going to have much time to put into the channel now, but hopefully you guys are mostly excited. So I did start another channel. My new channel is focused on budgeting and planning. So the budgeting aspect of that, I started budgeting in November, and I'm already noticing the benefits from it. So I've created what they call sinking funds. So I take a little bit from each check and put it into different sinking funds to save up throughout the year, rather than paying those costs out front at the time that they arise. And honestly, that already has been making a huge difference. I have almost $400 saved up, which is crazy because usually I have trouble saving. I'm definitely not gonna lie, I am not good with money. I used to think I was until, you know, I'd be living paycheck to paycheck, and I'd be like almost broke, like halfway through my first paycheck, and then it's like, at the end of it, it's like, where did all my money go? I couldn't even tell you. So with this budgeting method, I am actually really enjoying it. All of my money is accounted for. I can see what I'm spending on. I can fix my budget as I need to and make it work for me, which is amazing. And so I wanted to start the other channel to kind of hold myself accountable, share the real numbers, and hopefully help others who are just starting out with budgeting. So that will be linked in the description if you guys want to check that out. So the budgeting part is something I'm already doing. So making videos on it doesn't take any more time than really I need to. Even the editing process of it is super quick because the videos are so short in comparison to videos for this channel, where, you know, it takes me about an hour usually to record part of a color along, and then it takes me that amount of time or double that amount of time to edit the video. So there's a lot more that goes into this channel, and that's kind of where the planning on my other channel comes in. I'm going to start planning my days. I get a visual. I can actually see how much I have going on for a certain day. I'll show you here actually. So this is my planning spread for the first full week in January. So we are actually on Thursday, which is right here. So I'm filming my 2020 finished pages. I can actually see how much I have going on each day. I can see when I work and stuff, and then I can see where I might be able to fit in some other stuff. So I plan on starting recording February's color along during sometime this week. I don't work Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, so it'll probably be on Wednesday or Thursday because I won't have a whole lot going on those days. I've already got this kind of pre-planned in my head, so I'm hoping with the planning aspect of that it will help this channel as well and help me kind of find a balance and to where I don't get overwhelmed, because I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I've got so much going on and I just take so much on for one day that there's so much to do and I just do nothing because I feel so overwhelmed and I just don't want to do any of it. So I'm hoping to eliminate that and kind of be more organized, and having a visual layout of it really helps me. So I think that this new channel will actually be beneficial and work hand in hand with this one, or at least that's my hopes. You know, if it doesn't work out, then I will always figure something else out, but I'm definitely not leaving you guys. I'm going to at least continue making my color along videos every month, but I would actually like to do a little bit more than that. So we'll see how it goes. I'm going to start off slow, not take on too much at once, and kind of just go from there. So with all that being said, again, it will be linked in the description if you guys want to go subscribe, maybe ring the bell if it's something you're interested in. If it's something you're not really interested in, that's totally fine, but if you could go subscribe and then just kind of forget about it to help me out, I would seriously appreciate the support. So let's dive on in. The first thing we're going to do is go through the books that I've added to the collection. So even though I hardly colored last year, I did add quite a few books, so tisk tisk on me. So the first one that I added was in February, and I got this one at Walmart. And this is from that Anise Guerrero lady. I'm probably like butchering her name, I'm sorry. But I absolutely love her style. It's super dark and just gorgeous and stunning, and I love everything about it. She was actually one of the featured artists in the Halloween special. Was it last year? Yeah, the 2019, I think. And she had some artwork in here along with Selena Fennick and a few other ones. So between her and Selena Fennick, and I do like Molly Harrison too, but between her and Selena Fennick mostly, I had to grab this. So just absolutely gorgeous. So this was the first one that I added to the collection. The second one, let's see if I can keep track here. Okay, so the second one was Dark and Light Fantasy by Jade Summer, and normally I don't buy Jade Summer books, not because I don't like them. They do have some really beautiful styles and images and stuff, but I hate the paper. And I don't even know why, because don't they get printed with the same Amazon paper that Hannah's books get printed on? I can color on Hannah's books, no problem. Sometimes I actually prefer that paper, but the paper in the Jade Summers books, I don't know if it's maybe just like a mind thing. Maybe the paper is the same and I'm just like crazy, but I hate it. I seriously hate it. I can't stand it. So, but I had to grab this book because the images in it are just beautiful and I could not help myself. So, and even if I just color them in with marker, they'll still look really nice, at least. I'm like obsessed with these. They're so beautiful. This voodoo chick is stunning. And there's so many beautiful pages. There's one in here in particular that I want to color for my mom. She reminds me of Harley Quinn. It's like a princess version. So there's one in here that I want to color for my mom, and it's this one right here, because my mom adores unicorns. This one is stunning. So I might try and scan this onto better paper and see if I can color it for her, maybe for her birthday or something. Okay, so the next one I added was Whimsy Girls Through the Decades. So I got this one in July. And of course I had to grab Hannah's book, her newest book at the time. I haven't gotten the newest one quite yet, but I will. So absolutely stunning, super excited to color in this. I think I might actually do February's color along in this, but I'm not sure. We'll see. If you guys have any suggestions or requests for our February color along, if you want to pop them down in the comments and let me know, that would be awesome. So next is Cute and Creepy by Camila de Erico. So I picked this up in September. And I actually found this at Walmart, which I was super excited when I seen it because I've never seen any of her books at Walmart, and this was one that I wanted, so I had to go ahead and grab it. But the images are just so adorable, and exactly as the title says, they're so cute, so creepy. I just love them. She is my favorite, of course. I bet you guys can't tell why. Some of them are like very strange, like this duck with the flat head. At least I think it's a duck or like a chick, and I don't know why he's got a cucumber or a zucchini or whatever that is. He's very strange, and he has like a turtle shell. I don't know what he is, but he's cute in a very weird way. So yeah, I had to grab this one. So the next set of books that I got, so I did a little bit of a haul in September, and just because every once in a while we get those tag videos that roll around in the community, I usually like to color something simple in the background and have it as a speed color while I'm talking. That way it's not super boring for you guys. You have something to watch as well as listen to. So I usually like to color mandalas normally. So I picked up 4 different mandala books. So these ones are by Camila Angelkova, and I'm probably butchering her name as well. So I got the 50 Halloween mandalas, which Carbon kind of stole from me. So a lot of these are colored by him. He loves Halloween, so he's just thrilled with this book. So I pretty much just gave it to him. Super cute. So yeah, there's that one. So I got all of these in September as well. I got the 101 Unique Mandalas, which I probably could have gotten away with just this one, but I couldn't decide between the few. It's just super pretty. And then 50 Spiral Mandalas. And then I also had to grab the Sun and Moon Mandalas as well. This is so beautiful. Okay, and the last two books, and I'm going to apologize here because the last two books I got were actually sent to me by Pat Meadows over at Coloring with Pat and Wilson. So I had originally planned on just choosing a random video and thanking them, or finding like contact information to thank them. And then the books got put in Rain's office for some reason, and I'm not sure how that happened. And then it just completely slipped my mind, and I actually just found them recently, thank goodness, because I did write down on my, I keep track of all the books that I add. So I did write down that it was gifted by them, and then I'm like looking for them for the video, and I'm like, I don't know where those are. And then I'm thinking like, oh no, I never even thanked them. So here is your guys' official thank you. So if you guys want to go ahead and follow Coloring with Pat and Wilson, I will have their channel linked in the description as well. So thank you, thank you, thank you for the gorgeous books. So the ones that they sent me were the Broken Mandalas by Tabitha L. Barnett, and these are just so cute. I love them. And she's even got some little charts in the back that you can test colors and stuff. Super cool. Some of them have black backgrounds, which is awesome, and then the majority of them have white backgrounds, but they're all like broken in very similar ways, but the mandalas themselves are just super unique and just relaxing looking. So I'm super excited to color in this. And then the other book that they sent me, I was super excited. It is a Hannah Carlzon book. It is absolutely gorgeous, and I do love that it is a little bit smaller than her normal size books. So here's Summer Nights just for comparison. So if we kind of line them up here, you can tell it is quite a bit smaller in width and just slightly smaller in length. So it is a little bit smaller at least, and I like that because I feel like if something's smaller, then I can actually color in it faster. So these images are just absolutely stunning. I am obsessed with this. I'm definitely gonna have to pick out one and color one from here at least sometime this year is my goal. I would love to try and color from every coloring book again, but I don't know if that's very feasible considering my limited amount of time, but we'll see. Okay, so that is it for new books. So let's go through my works in progress. So I still have the same work in progress from Mythical Maidens that I had when we did a test live stream to test out the webcam that I got for the channel. So there's this, and I don't think I've worked on it since the live stream, so yeah, I will have to finish this. I'm super excited to see how she turns out. And then another one that we did a stream on the channel for was this mech lady. Rain calls her like Mechasaurus, I think. I never did do any more on her because I wasn't sure if she was a little bit too racy to have on the channel or not. She's kind of like a little bit vulgar, not gonna lie. I do really like the style. She's super cool, and I can't wait to finish her, but I think I might do that on my own unless some of you do want to see me finish her. I'm not sure. I could always finish her in a speed color or something. That's what I usually do when I start something on the channel, is I'll finish coloring it and then just add the channel video and then the rest of it together and just time-lapse it. So we have that one going. Stick these pages back in there actually. Okay, my next work in progress is from Tropical World, and I actually wanted to try and finish all of these in December, but I didn't even color anything in December. It's way too busy with Christmas and everything, and the store was super busy. And so I'm working on this little armadillo in here. And there was a lady that shared, I can't remember in what group, I'd really have to search for it. I know I saved it on my Facebook, so it's in my saved stuff, but it was a while ago, so I'd have to dig a bit. But she does this really cool like paint effect, so I'm trying to do that with this armadillo guy. And I really love this for these because before, when I started coloring in this book, I would just color all the little shapes like this and kind of leave it like that, which is fine, but now I just don't really know how to color them, and I don't really like that it's all just patchy. But doing it this way makes it just look together, and I really like that. So I might just do different paint effects for all of these, depending on how this turns out. I'll try to maybe link a picture if I can find her pieces and show you guys what it's supposed to look like when it's finished. So there's that one. I can't even remember who had the color-a-thon. I'm going to say Vicky at Coloring with Vicky because she usually has color-a-thons going, but I could be wrong, so sorry if I got that wrong. But it was for the Disney color-a-thon, wasn't it? Because I was coloring this lady as Hermione, right? So we did Elizabeth Swann. And then, yeah, this was supposed to be, so it was the Harry Potter color-a-thon, which, yes, I'm pretty sure Coloring with Vicky did. So, yeah, this is supposed to be Hermione, and I colored this on stream, and then I just never finished her, and I still have not finished her, so I gotta get to that. Okay, next is World of Flowers, and I think I've got 2 going in here. I'd love to color in this book some more. Okay, so I've got this one going following a tutorial on YouTube with the polychromos because I'm trying to get better with them. I just find that watching these videos, their colors look so much more vibrant than mine, and I'm not sure if it's just because of the recording or what, but it's a little bit, I want to say overwhelming, but that's not the word I'm looking for. Discouraging. It's a little bit discouraging because I feel like I'm doing something wrong, but maybe I'm not. I don't know. It's just the one color that she laid down just looks so vibrant, and then I laid it down on the page and it's like almost white, like you can't even see it. So I'm just like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. But I do plan on finishing this eventually. And then the other one, I did start this flowery wallpaper because you guys know how much I love wallpaper pages, so I really don't know what I was thinking. On top of that, you guys know how much I like using oranges and yellows, which are colors that you don't see a whole lot on this channel. So now that I've got orange flowers and yellow flowers, I don't know what else to do. I don't feel like there's a lot of colors that go with oranges, reds, and yellows, so I'm gonna have to figure something out. I mean, blue does. I could see blue on this page, but everything else, I don't know. I don't know. I think I just kind of didn't like it and then just didn't go back to it. But I will finish it one day because I always finish my pages, even if they turn out like crap. And then in October, I did start a page in Chibi Girls Horror because I absolutely love this book. So I started this little witch girl here, and I love the colors so far. And I think I loved them so much that I didn't want to mess it up, so I just kind of haven't colored her since either. But I am super excited to finish her. I have a few ideas for how to do everything, but haven't quite carried it out yet. But she will definitely get finished. So that was it for all my works in progresses. So we'll go through my finished pages now. And I was planning on going in order, but I already half recorded this already and then realized that Lilo had jumped up, and I paused the video to pet her, and then I kept going and forgot to unpause the video, so I just completely started over. All my books are just out of order, so we're just gonna go with the ones on top to the ones on bottom and not worry about it. So, back to Mythical Maidens and Curious Creatures. Farron was one of our color-alongs. Forgive me if I don't remember which ones or what months. So she was one of our color-alongs, so she's available in real-time and speed color, and actually I finished her on June 10th, so I'm going to say she was probably July's color-along, because I usually try and color them a month in advance, that way I have time to edit and everything. So we did go in and add some glitter and some gorgeous stuff, and she was heavily inspired by the red version of Jasmine from Aladdin. So super excited with how she turned out. I think my favorite thing, aside from the drawing itself, was the grass, which I was very kind of on the fence about adding because I didn't want to ruin the page, but I feel like it added so much depth and it definitely needed it. So really happy with that. Also back to the 50 Halloween mandalas, I did color this page in here, and I think I did this as a speed color for the tag video that I was tagged in by Sabrina. I'm not really sure. I'd have to go back and look. It's been a while, but finished this page. It didn't turn out exactly how I had intended it to, just because the Neil colors didn't really want to work very well with this paper, which is understandable, but I'm pretty happy with how it turned out for the most part. I didn't add any glitter or anything though, so maybe that's what it's lacking. Okay, and again, back to light and dark fantasy, I did want to test out one page in here, so I colored this little sugar plum fairy here, and I used the Ohuhu markers and also polychromos on top. And then I did use my Kuretake metallic watercolors to just kind of do some outlines and glitter up the fairy's wings and stuff. So I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Some of it looks better than others. When we get up to her skin, it just didn't turn out very good. But again, I don't really like the paper in these books, and I almost liked it better before it was colored, but it is really interesting to see how much the grayscale goes away, because I for sure thought that this was way too dark, but yeah, it covers it pretty good, so there's that one. So I did two in Hanalin's Enchanted Faces, and I did take these books apart, so they're kind of stuck in here backwards. So this was my first page done. This is not Violet, this is Aaliyah, not quite sure how to say her name. So she was the first one I did with my polychromos. Again, if I can kind of zoom up on the skin here, the camera makes it look better than it actually is, but I definitely struggled with the skin. Not sure how I feel about these pencils on the paper, but I am really happy with how this turned out, especially for my first try using those colors, and I do really love her eye makeup and the limited color palette. So there's that one. And then the second one I colored, this is Violet, and I colored her for the Ghost Girl Challenge in the Hanalin group because I thought that would be super fun, and she didn't quite turn out exactly how I wanted. I wanted her to look a little bit more translucent, so I think I added a little bit too much bluey green, but I'm pretty happy with how she turned out. Try and tuck all this back in here nicely. Right, another Hanalin book, and another one I've taken apart, is Mermaids, Fairies, and Other Girls of Whimsy. And I colored two in this one as well. I'm trying to get this one finished. So this is Kathleen. I am super happy with how she turned out. I had originally started this with the intention of turning her into Ursula from The Little Mermaid for a Disney villain challenge in the Hanalin group. So I had her tail colored, and then I don't know what happened. I think I ended up working like a lot that month, and I just didn't have any time to color, so she just kind of sat there, and I decided not to do her for the challenge. And then when I came back to her after a while, I started with her hair, I think, and then after that I just could not put her down. I'm super, super happy with how the background turned out, so I used my Neil colors for that. I think most of this was Derwent Inktense Neil colors. Any detailed pages like this one isn't too bad, but the more detailed pages I like to use my Derwent Inktense because I feel like I can get them done a little bit quicker than if I'm using pencil. And then I do really like the glowy effect on the jellyfish, and then I did glitter the crap out of them with stickles. So really happy with this one. And then the other one I finished is Runaway Princess, I believe this one is called. So again, I used my Derwent Inktense for this. I used some of the Gansai Tambi watercolors to make the stream look a little bit shimmery. We've got some gold accents on her and her little dragon friend, some of the mushrooms and the butterflies. I'm pretty happy with this one. I feel like it's a very different color palette than I usually do because it's more muted and like natural tones, but you kind of have no choice because she's surrounded by nature. So I am really happy with how the trees turned out though. So there's that one. This was one I finished. I was supposed to review a PDF coloring book. I can't remember the gentleman's name. I will try and have it somewhere pop up here, but the book was Gods and Goddesses, and he couldn't give me a release date, which, you know, it's kind of hard to plan to do something when you don't know when you need it done by. And then literally I had this going and I was editing the video the day of the day he decided to release it, so it's just like, okay. I didn't like that. I don't like just putting up a video for one day and then having the book be like a certain amount off, and then I don't know, it was a weird setup. I didn't like that, but I did color it. I didn't get the video up of the review because, you know, it was kind of pointless after that. But I did give him a shout out on my Instagram and in a couple bigger groups to hopefully get him a little bit of momentum because he is very talented, but yeah. So this is the page I colored from his book. Yeah. So I did color one in Pot Manga Mermaids and Other Sea Creatures, and I colored this little lady here. I believe we did this on live stream. So I call her Narwhal Princess. I'm really happy with how she turned out. Maybe we didn't do this on live stream. I don't know. I can't remember which ones we did on film and which ones we didn't. I feel like most of the stuff I colored we probably did do because I feel more obligated to color if I'm sharing it with you guys, whereas if I just have my own time, a lot of the times I'm just like, oh, so tired. I'm just going to sit down and watch TV or something like that. But yeah, I'm really happy with how she turned out. I love her hair, the dress. I'm really happy with their horns, and of course we had to stickle those up. All of the flowers are just super metallic and silver, super soft. Really happy with her. So Whimsy Girls at Work is next, and we colored Cut in Color for August, I believe, since I finished her in July. So this would have been August color along. I am thrilled with how she turned out. I was a little bit worried on everything, but I feel like she turned out pretty good. I definitely could go in and darken up her eyelashes a little bit. They've faded, but she's got super sparkly earrings. We've got that super sparkly nail polish, which I'm really happy about because it actually looks fairly realistic, which is awesome. And then I'm also really, really happy with how her jeans turned out. There's that one. Next up in Jasmine Beckett Griffith's coloring book, we colored Golden Butterflies, which is this one here. And as most of you probably know, for these little mini 4 thumbnails, I like to choose 5 random colors using a random color generator, and then black, white, and then whatever I want to use for skin tones. So we colored this with 5 colors, and then just kind of altered them with black and white as we could, and then I did a really pale skin tone for her. I love how her hair turned out. I love adding glitter to their hair. It just looks so amazing, especially for a butterfly girl. So she is one of my top faves for sure. Super happy with her. Okay, so Mythomorphia is next, and we did the Fire Dragon as a color along. And I didn't write down when I finished this, but I believe this was September's color along. I could be wrong. So finished this guy. I'm pretty happy with how he turned out. I love the background. I'm not very good at watercolors, so I was really happy to have it look pretty decent. I do think he looks pretty cool, and considering I don't color a lot of dragons, I'm happy with the end result. Alright, 3 more books to go. So it's actually a little bit longer than I thought it would be, considering I didn't color very much, or at least I didn't feel like I did. So in Hanalin's Enchanted Halloween, we colored Witch's Brew, and this was our Halloween color along, of course. Really, really thrilled with how she turned out. I'm pretty sure we started with the hat, or maybe the cauldron, I can't remember, but I had this certain look that I had going for her hat, and actually it was not quite like this, but I'm glad that I went this way instead because it just turned out so cool. So we got that super neat wood paneling in the back. We did some glowing effects on the bubbles. Her hat looks super glittery, and then it actually is with a little bit of stickles. And then we got this super cool glowing goop that she's got cooking, and it's also highlighting her face and stuff too, which I was super excited to do that because I think that always looks really neat and it's good practice. So yeah, really happy with how she turned out. So Jasmine Beckett Griffith Halloween. Thankfully in September, I had quite a bit of extra time, so I was able to actually do 2 color alongs. So we did a Jasmine Beckett Griffith one as well. We did a Jasmine Beckett Griffith one as well as our Hanalin. So this was a pumpkin gift, and I have to say this is probably my favorite one that I colored all year. For her, the clothing anyways, I followed Jasmine's original painting. I don't think I did for the hair. I think I did my own hair color. And everything else, I'm super, super thrilled with this though. Right, and the last one was our Christmas color along. Unfortunately, we didn't have time to do 2 of them, but we did do the Hanalin one. And we colored Holiday Shopping, and this is how she turned out. So I definitely envisioned her in a red coat, and I'm super happy that that turned out good. And then I kind of pieced all the colors around that, and I think it ended up looking pretty good. So yeah, those were all the books we added to the collection, all of my works in progresses, and all of the pages finished last year. I'm just going to say my goal is to get at least just as many pages or a little bit more done this year as I did last year. So hopefully I can do that. And yeah, so again, my other channel will be in the description. And then if you have any requests for next month's color along, please feel free to pop those down in the comments. And maybe I'll just kind of choose one by random draw or something, go by that and see. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Okay, as always, take care. Bye!
Stars fall at my feet, keep me grounded as I reach higher than I see. Is there something there for me?